Bullies don't stop in high school. They grow up, they get smarter, and they get worse. And if you never figure out how to handle them, they will follow you your entire life. And I don't mean that in a scary way. I mean it literally. The same dynamic that happened in school. Someone targeting you, testing you, making you feel small. That same dynamic plays out at work, in friend groups, in relationships. It doesn't stop. It just changes form. So if you're watching this thinking this is a video about school drama, it's not. This is about something that's going to be real and relevant for the rest of your life. And most people never actually figure this out. Here's the thing about bullies that most people get completely wrong. They think it's about the bully being powerful, but it's not. It's about the bully being hungry. Think of them like mosquitoes. A mosquito doesn't actually care about you. It doesn't hate you. It's not personal. It just wants blood, and your reaction, your visible anger, your pain, your embarrassment, that's the blood. That's what they're actually after. And once you understand that, everything changes, because you stop trying to fight them off and you start just cutting off the supply, which is a completely different game, and it's a game you can actually win. But here's where it gets interesting. Most guys don't do this. Most guys either blow up or go silent in the wrong way, and both of those feed the mosquito, just differently. You know that moment when someone says something about you, might be in front of other people, maybe online, maybe just quietly to your face, and you feel this instant heat, like your brain just goes instantly into this emergency mode, trying to figure out what to say back. And whatever comes out of your mouth in that moment almost never feels right. Either you snap back and look like you're rattled, or you say nothing and feel like you just let them win. And somehow, both options leave you feeling worse after. That's not a coincidence. That feeling of being trapped, of having no good move, that's the point. They didn't come at you to have a conversation. They came at you to put you in that exact position, where no matter what you do, you look bad. And they look like they got to you. The second you realize that's the setup, you stop playing into it. Picture this. You're with a group of people. Someone makes a comment about you, something small, something with that little smirk behind it, and everyone kind of looks over to see what you do next. The natural move is to defend yourself, to explain, to say, that's not true, or what are you talking about? And in your head, that feels like standing up for yourself. But what you're actually doing is accepting their frame. You've just told everyone in that room that their words carry enough weight that you have to respond to them. You've given them power they didn't actually have until you handed it over. And here's the crazy part. The bully knows this. That's exactly why they said it. They threw bait in the water to see if you'd bite. And most people bite every single time. The guys who never get targeted twice. They don't bite, not because they're scared, because they know the game being played. But here's the thing. Not reacting doesn't mean going blank and saying nothing. It means staying in your own frame instead of jumping into theirs. There's a difference between silence that looks defeated and silence that looks unbothered. One feeds the mosquito, the other starves it, and the difference isn't in what you say, it's in your energy, your posture. Whether your face looks like you're rattled or like what they said genuinely doesn't land. Think about it like Minecraft for a second. If someone's griefing your world just to get a reaction, the absolute worst thing you can do is log on and start screaming about it in chat, because now they know exactly what button to press. They'll do it again tomorrow and the day after. But if you just don't respond, don't give them the proof that it worked. Most of the time they get bored and move on because they didn't get what they came for. Real life works the exact same way. Bullies need fuel. Don't be the fuel. So the first thing to actually understand is this: defending yourself against a bully almost always makes things worse. And I know that sounds backwards, because defending yourself feels like the right move. It feels like self-respect. fact. But psychologically, when you defend yourself against someone who's being nasty, you're confirming that their accusation has enough weight to require a response. You're basically saying what you said matters enough that I need to explain myself. And now you're in their frame. They set the terms and you're scrambling to catch up. Smart move. Don't defend. Flip it. That's a weird thing to say in front of everyone. You good. Calm. Unbothered. Now they have to explain themselves. Now everyone's looking at them. You just turned the lights on, and nasty people hate the light. You don't owe a bully your defense. You don't owe them anything. Lunatics don't deserve your energy and your time. Treat them like what they are and move on. Here's something that took me a while to fully get. Silence isn't passive. Silence is one of the most aggressive tools you can use in a social situation, and most people have no idea how to handle it when someone uses it on them. There's this concept called social dominance theory, and the short version is whoever breaks the silence first is lower on the social ladder in that moment. Think about that. In a tense moment, someone tries to come at you, you pause, you say nothing, you just look at them, and you let that silence hang there. Most people cannot handle that. They start filling it. They backpedal. They over-explain. They accidentally reveal that they're the one who's uncomfortable. Bro, you don't have to say a single word, and you can completely shift the power in a situation just by staying still. That's a level of control most people never develop because nobody ever tells them it's an option. Pause. Let it sit, then move on like nothing happened. That silence hits harder than anything you could have said. And this part is underrated, but it matters a lot. Respect is decided before you even open your mouth. There's research that says within about 7 seconds of meeting someone or seeing someone in a tense moment, people have already made a judgment about whether you're a target or not. Not based on what you said, based on how you carry yourself, your posture, your eye contact, whether you look comfortable in your own skin or like you're waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to be there. Bullies are predators in the most basic psychological sense. They look for signs of insecurity the same way a predator looks for weakness. Fidgeting, looking away, voice going quiet. These are signals, and they're reading them whether you realize it or not. Stand like you own the space you're standing in, not aggressively, not performatively, just like you belong there and you know it. That alone removes you from a lot of situations before they even start, because you stop looking like an easy target before the game even begins. Here's one that's going to click for a lot of people. Bullies and toxic people in general love to bait competition. They'll make a comment, they'll compare themselves to you, they'll try to drag you into an argument or a back and forth. And it feels like you have to respond, because if you don't, it looks like you're scared or you don't have an answer. But think about it like this. You're a Lamborghini sitting at a red light. Some beat up Honda pulls up revving its engine wanting to race. And here's the thing, if you race, you lose. Not because you're slower, because the second you pull off that line, you just told the Honda it's on your level. You reinforced it. You let it matter. The Lamborghini doesn't race the Honda. It doesn't even look over. It just drives when it's ready. The cruelest thing you can do to someone trying to compete with you or bully you is complete indifference. Not fake indifference. Real indifference. Where you genuinely don't feel the need to engage because you know there's no race happening. That is what actually makes people feel small. Not fighting back. Just not showing up to the fight at all. Now this one is interesting, and it's something that toxic people genuinely hate and never see coming. When someone's being nasty or trying to bully you, instead of defending or attacking back, just mirror their behavior back at them calmly. Reflect what they're doing like a mirror. In a quiet, unbothered tone. Are you okay? That's a strange thing to say. Or just, why did you feel the need to say that? Not aggressive, not defensive. Just shining a light on what they're doing doing and letting them explain themselves in front of everyone. Nasty people hate mirrors because their whole game depends on you playing your expected role. Getting upset, getting defensive, giving them the reaction. The moment you calmly reflect their behavior back at them, they don't know what to do. They look unhinged. They look like the problem, and you look completely in control. It's like turning the lights on in a room full of cockroaches. They scatter. You didn't have to do anything dramatic. You just took away the dark they were hiding in. And here's the bigger truth underneath all of this. Bullies are almost always operating from a place of insecurity and envy. That sounds cliche, but it's actually worth thinking about seriously for a second. When someone goes out of their way to make you feel small, they're not doing it from a position of power. Genuinely confident people don't need to put others down. They don't need the reaction. They don't need to win in a room. People who are secure in who they are just don't do this stuff. It doesn't even occur to them. So every time someone comes at you trying to drag you into their chaos, what you're actually looking at is someone struggling. Someone who needs your reaction to feel okay about themselves, which is genuinely kind of sad when you think about it that way. And the best response to someone who's struggling and taking it out on you isn't to fight them, it's to rise. Get into rooms they can't access. Build something they can't touch. Airplanes don't fight turbulence on the ground. They just climb higher until they're above it. I think the reason most people never figure this out is because everything in us wants to fight back. It's instinct. When someone comes at you, you want to hit back. And there's nothing wrong with that impulse. It means you have self-respect. But the smartest guys I've ever seen in a tense situation aren't the ones who hit back the hardest. They're the ones who don't need to, who stay so unbothered that the person who came at them ends up looking stupid, without them doing anything dramatic, without raising their voice, without even really trying. Because here's the quiet truth. The most powerful thing you can do when someone tries to make you small is just not shrink. Stay exactly where you are. Look at them calmly and let them realize that whatever they threw at you just didn't land. That's it. That's the whole thing. Don't give them the blood. Don't feed the mosquito. And watch how fast they move on to someone else. Anyway, something I've been thinking about for a while. Back to the build.